Hey guys, welcome to my channel that is Economics at a Glance. So guys, as you know, we have already started the production economics courses and we have already covered the lecture 1, that is Introduction to Production Economics. As I have mentioned in the last of my last lecture, that today in this lecture we will cover 3 stages of production. Everybody knows very well 3 stages of production. So today we will discuss in details what is 3 stages of production. So let's get started, guys. Okay. So first is production stages. What do you mean by production stages? See, there are 3 stages. As the name says, 3 stages of production. The 3 stages of production are basically characterized by the slopes, shapes, and interrelations of the total, marginal, and average product curves. Okay, remember TP, that is total product, MP, that is marginal product, and AP, that is average product. Here this is your TP, that is total product curve. This T1, this is your MP, marginal product, and this one is your average product. Well, we will discuss in details. Okay, see, this is your stage 1, stage 2, and stage 3. Well, we will go on discussing this with the figure as well as this table. Okay, first one, see, in stage 1, it starts from origin, okay, and end at point where MPP is equal to APP. For that, we have to see this figure, okay. Here, this red color curve, it is mentioned TP here, right? It is your total product, okay. Here, this curve is called your MP, that is marginal product, and this one is your AP, that is average product. Fine. So we have seen here, see, just a minute. Stage 1 starts from the origin and ends at MPP equal to APP. So it has started from origin and ends where your APP equal to MPP, right? Next, stage 2 will start at the point where APP is maximum and ends at MPP is 0. Remember, in this table, each and every line is important for exam purpose. If you can understand this table, you can cover maximum 4 to 5 questions in your competitive exam. Okay, so remember very carefully, stage 2 will start where APP is maximum and ends where APP will be 0. See, this is the stage 2, right? It has started from here where APP is maximum, okay, and it ends where MPP equals to 0. Next, stage 3. Stage 3 starts at where MPP equals to 0 and TPP is maximum. See, TPP here is maximum and MPP is 0. From this point onwards, stage 3 will start. Okay. Second point, stage 1 is the irrational stage. Stage 3 also irrational stage, but stage 2 is called rational stage. Rational stage means this is the stage where the producer prefers to do the production. Well, why this is rational and other two are irrational, we will discuss little later. Coming to the third point, in stage 1, our TP curve, it is increasing at an increasing rate up to the point inflection. Well, what is the point of inflection? Point of inflection is the point where MPP is maximum. Your MPP is maximum here. So we can say up to this point, your TPP curve is increasing at an increasing rate. Afterwards, it will increase but in a decreasing rate. See, stage 2, TPP increases but in a decreasing rate. We have already started, like after inflection point, it will increase up to the maximum point but at a decreasing rate. Then stage 3, TPP declines or decreases at an increasing rate. TPP declines at an increasing rate, right? Up to this, I think everyone understood this concept. Okay, next. Next, fourth one, in stage 1, MPP will be greater than APP. Your marginal product will be greater than average product. See, in stage 1, your marginal product curve, it is greater than APP. Okay. And in stage 2, MPP will less than APP. See, MPP now becomes less than APP. Okay. And stage 3, your MPP will be less than APP because it goes negative and still APP is positive here. So in both stage 2 and stage 3, we can say MPP is lesser than APP. Then coming to elasticity, okay. Elasticity in stage 1, it will be greater than 1, stage 2 less than 1, and in stage 3, it will be less than 0. Why? We will discuss in this slide only, but little later. Just remember, elasticity will be greater than 1 in stage 1, less than 1, or you can say from 0 lies between 0 to 1 in stage 2, and less than 0 in stage 3. Coming to the sixth point, MPP increases up to the point of inflection. Obviously, because we know that point of inflection is the maximum point of MPP. So up to the maximum point, MPP will increase, then after it will decrease. So in stage 2, obviously MPP will decrease, and in stage 3, MPP will be negative. Okay. Now coming to marginal return and marginal cost. In stage 1, your marginal return is greater than marginal cost. Why? This also we will discuss. Then marginal return is equals to marginal cost in stage 2. As you all know, always the optimum stage will be attained at a point where MR is equals to MC. Marginal return is equals to marginal cost, right? We have studied many where. So this is the point for which we can say that's the reason why it should be a rational stage, right? Because we know optimum point is always MR equals to MC. So obviously stage 2 will be the rational stage, right? Okay. Next in stage 3, MR is less than MC. Okay. As TPP is decreasing, declining. So it's quite obvious our total product is decreasing, means return will also be decreasing. So MR is less than MC. Then similarly, marginal value product and marginal input cost, the similar relations. Marginal value product will be greater than marginal input cost in stage 1. Marginal value product will be equal to marginal input cost in stage 2. And marginal value product will be lesser than marginal input cost in stage 3. Okay, why? Because in stage 1, fixed factor are greater than variable factor. So as fixed factor is more, the more and more variable factor you go on adding, the marginal value product will obviously go on increasing and increasing. And that's the reason why MR is also greater. But in stage 2, fixed factor is equal to variable factor. And in stage 3, it is lesser. Fixed factor is lesser than variable factor. Okay, so remember this table very clearly. This will give you minimum 3 to 4 questions in exam. And this is, the table is interpreted here in the graph form. If you can just remember this graph, you can answer any question from this. Okay, every answer of any type of question in production economics related to 3 stages of production, if you can remember this one graph, you can solve any question regarding this. Okay. So we have studied, suppose if you will take the total product, marginal product, average product in the y-axis and labor in the x-axis. This is your stage 1, 2 and 3. Okay, this is your total product, this is marginal product, and this is your average product. Okay, see. So the same thing which we have already discussed is the 3 stages of production. Stage 1, total product increases at an increasing rate, and marginal product increases and reaches its maximum, which is inflection point. Then average product, it increases but slower than MP. That's why we have discussed in first stage, marginal product is greater than average product. Why? Because it is increasing but slower than marginal product. Coming to stage 2, total product increases at a diminishing rate and becomes maximum. Because we have seen at the end of stage 2, total product becomes maximum. Then marginal product starts diminishing and becomes equal to 0, and average product starts diminishing. In stage 3, the total product, it reaches its maximum, becomes constant, and then starts declining. Then marginal product, it keeps on declining and becomes negative. Regarding average product, it continues to diminish, but it always be greater than 0. See, certain thing you have to remember, whenever your marginal product is 0, that is the point where your total product is maximum. This is a must question in exam. Okay. Another thing is, after stage 1, both marginal product and average product, they are declining, but average product will be always greater than marginal product in stage 2 and 3. And after some time, like after stage 2, marginal product will be negative, but this average product, it will decline, but never be negative, never be zero. It is always positive. Okay, this is important to know. Next, we will see details. What is TPP, MPP, APP? See, TPP, that is your total physical product. So total output produced by a given quantity of a variable factor, that is called your total physical product, TPP. It rises in the beginning at an increasing rate. After the inflection point, what is inflection point? Where MPP is maximum. So after this inflection point, TPP starts increasing at a decreasing rate. Then TPP becomes maximum where at MPP equals to 0. Okay. Then TPP starts declining at an increasing rate. This all things we have discussed. The thing which you need to remember, I have highlighted in the red color. Okay, try to remember this. Like TPP becomes maximum when MPP equals to 0. This is important. And after inflection point, TPP starts increasing at a decreasing rate. This is also important. Then coming to average physical product, APP, as I have already told you in the cost concept also, whenever you are calculating the average thing, you have to divide the total output divided by total input. Okay. So by this formula, you can get the average physical product. So in this case also, till the point of inflection in the first stage, APP increases with increasing rate. After that, it will start declining, but never touches the x-axis. I have told you, APP will decline in stage 2 and 3, but it will never touch the x-axis. That means it will never be 0, it will never be negative. It will always be positive. So what is the shape of APP curve? It is an inverted U-shaped curve, and it is a mirror image of AC curve. AC means average cost curve. Always remember, all the product curves, they are the mirror image of the cost curves. Like TPP we have studied, that is the mirror image of TC curve, total cost curve. Here APP, it is the mirror image of AC curve, that is average cost curve. Next, we will see MPP, that is marginal physical product. See, the addition made to the total production by using extra unit of variable factor. When you go on increasing your variable factor, you go on adding the variable factor, the addition you made to the total production, you have added to the total product. That change, that addition is called MPP. How you can find MPP? As we have done in marginal cost, like change in the total output divided by change in total input. From that formula, we can get MPP. So basically, another short question, it is very common in the competitive exams, that MPP is generally considered as the slope of TPP. Okay. So remember, the slope of TPP is none other than MPP, marginal physical product. Okay. So MPP, it is increasing up to the point of inflection and then starts falling. And MPP is 0 when TPP is maximum. When TPP decreases, MPP will be negative. This line, if TPP decreases and MPP negative, this will fall in stage 3. We always, whenever you are seeing this lecture, always keep a graph with you so that it will be easy to like revise again and again. Okay. So last we see, at the point of inflection, MPP is maximum. That we know. Now coming to elasticity. I have told you elasticity value for stage 1, stage 2 and stage 3. Now we will see how to calculate elasticity. Elasticity value is equals to MPP divided by APP. Okay, always remember, whenever you want, suppose you forget what is the elasticity value of a stage 1, stage 2 and stage 3. So forget about the number. Only remember, elasticity is what? Elasticity is equal to MPP divided by APP. Okay, so if you know MPP, if you know APP, you can find out elasticity. So at stage 1, we have studied that MPP is greater than APP. The numerator is higher. That means elasticity will be obviously greater than 1, right? So there is no need to remember. Then stage 2. Stage 2 starts when MPP equal to APP. They are equal. That means elasticity will be 1 and continues being MPP less than APP. Less than APP means the numerator will be less, mean it will be less than 1. Okay. Then ends at MPP equals to 0. The numerator will be 0 means the value will be 0. So that means less than 1, greater than 0. So it will be 0 to 1 in stage 2. Coming to stage 3. Here we have discussed MPP is negative, numerator is negative means the whole value will be negative. So elasticity is less than 0. Okay, got the trick to know? So there is no need to remember what is the elasticity value for the 3 stages. Only remember elasticity is equals to MPP divided by APP. Apply that and you can get your answer. Okay. Now coming to the return thing. See, the same thing I have repeated here. Stage 1, stage 2, stage 3. This is your inflection point that where the marginal product will be higher, and it will end where the stage 1 will end where MPP equals to APP. Then MPP is 0 at the end of stage 2. Then it becomes negative in stage 3. When MPP is 0, TPP is maximum, and stage 2 is your rational stage, whereas stage 1 and stage 2, they are irrational stage. And regarding return, stage 1 is an increasing return form stage, and stage 3 is a negative return stage, and stage 2 it is diminishing return stage. Okay, why? Again we will study this. See, stage 1, again we will repeat some things which we have already discussed. See, stage 1, it starts when more fixed factors than variable factors. I have told you in the table, fixed factor are greater than variable factors. So what happens, we'll see. The total product, it will, the stage 1, it rises in the beginning at an increasing rate till the point of inflection, this total product. Then shape of the TPP up to the inflection. This is important, remember. The shape of the TPP up to the point of inflection point, it is concave and upward sloping. Okay. MPP is increasing by increasing rate up to the inflection point. MPP is maximum at inflection point. After inflection point, MPP starts declining, but it is positive. Okay, like in stage 2. MPP and APP, they intersect each other at the end of stage 1, where APP is maximum. Remember, at end of the stage 1, MPP is equal to APP and APP is maximum, because after that both MPP and APP, they will start falling. Okay, this is all about stage 1. Now coming to stage 1, why it is stage of increasing return. We have seen here increasing return. Why it is increasing return? See, first stage is known as stage of increasing return because the AP, that is average product, increasing throughout the stage. So always remember, if you forget about which stage is which kind of return, always think about average product. Average product is increasing throughout stage 1. That means it will be increasing return. Okay. Why? Here the fixed factor is more. So the more and more variable factor the producer will use, the return he will get go on increasing and increasing till the point where APP is maximum. That is end of stage 1. Okay. So this is the reason why we are calling stage of increasing returns. Okay. Fine. Understood? Now stage 2. In stage 2, the TPP, that is total physical product, it is increasing at a decreasing rate, because after inflection point it starts increasing at a decreasing rate and have a concave and downward sloping curve or shape. Okay. So stage 2 starts where APP equal to MPP and ends at when MPP equal to 0. The stage of diminishing returns, it is as TPP increases at a decreasing rate and both MPP and APP, they starts declining. These things we have discussed. See, that's why it is called diminishing return, because TPP is increasing but in a decreasing rate. And apart from TPP, MPP, APP, they both are declining. So this, it is quite obvious that stage 2 is a stage of diminishing returns. That's why it is called a rational stage. Why stage 2 is a rational stage? I will come to this little later. Now coming to stage 3. Stage 3 starts when TPP is maximum and MPP is 0, right? That means TPP is declining, APP is declining and MPP is negative. So obviously it will be a negative return because TPP is declining, APP is declining and MPP is negative. Okay, so that is why the return is negative return and it is an irrational stage. Do you think a producer will produce in a stage where return is negative, marginal product or change in product is negative? No, that's why it is an irrational stage. Now coming to the point, why stage 2 is rational stage? See, the second stage of production is the most rational stage to produce for the producer because in the first stage, the production tends to increase at an increasing rate. Okay, that's why increasing return, which means the producer will tend to increase the total output at an increasing rate. Yes or no? So the producer will not stop at the first stage of production. When you know that the more and more input you go on adding, the extra amount of product which you got is goes on increasing and increasing. So would you stop at that point? No, you will go on adding more and more variable factor in the expectation of getting more and more product. So you will not stop in the stage 1. Okay, that is why stage 1 is called irrational stage because the producer in the expectation of getting more, he will move again and again and again. Okay, and in the third stage, as we all have discussed now, that marginal product is negative, then total product is declining, then your average product is declining. So a rational producer will not like to produce at this stage. So first stage is irrational, third stage is irrational. So which stage remains? Second stage. Okay, so second stage, it makes the production at the second stage is most viable option for the producer. Okay, so this is the reason why stage 2 is considered as the rational stage of production. Okay, so this is all about the 3 stages of production. I hope this helps you a lot. Till then, all the best. Read properly. If you have any doubt, you can mention in the comment box. I'm there for helping you. And next lecture, we will come very soon with factor product, factor factor, and product product relations. Okay, till then, stay with my channel and don't forget to like and subscribe my channel. Thank you.